sure I wore my uniform today. So how's everybody doing? So two of my sisters from Wisconsin came from the show right here. So they flew in from Wisconsin. So did anybody have to travel over the holidays? No? Sometimes traveling can be just such a pain in the ass, right? Yeah. Luckily, my sisters didn't have any issues because apparently when you fly in on your own broom, it's door-to-door service. I got to pick them up at the airport, and their cheese heads, it gave them a great tail and they made excellent time. And also the brooms would be good. They clean up my house while they're here, right? So I'm from a family, there's 12 kids, my parents are 14. So we kind of just pick on each other and play pranks. That just shows how we love each other, right? Yeah. So I'm a senior in college and I was in a car accident, so I had to be in the hospital. And it was a Catholic hospital. And so my father knew a lot of nuns, so they just kept coming to visit me, right? So they come in and they are yelling at me. I'm like, I broke my arm, my ears still work, you know? So I go to the bathroom and I kind of hobble to the bathroom. I'm coming back. I look and right above my bed is my name. And underneath is a big sign that says, hard of hearing. I was like, God damn it, my brother Timmy. Oh, he's not, let's see. Number 8, he worked at the hospital, so he stuck it in there. Just to show me he loved me, right? So my sister Margie is kid number 2, right? So she was the nurse, and I always feel bad because we were always calling her with all these medical issues, and I have this and all this, and then when texting came, oh my God, he'd be sending her pictures of these disgusting rashes. Shit, I blew out of my nose, I'm like, is this normal? And I remember her saying to me one time, you know what, in my next life, I want to be the math teacher like my oldest sister Kathleen. I'm sure she doesn't have many math emergencies. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, I remember one time I was at a party, and a friend of mine, we were just talking about what our siblings do, and I said, oh, one of my sisters is a math teacher. And some guy in the back goes, oh, I just got into math. And I was like, all right, I mean, he didn't really look like an academic, but I was like, whatever. So about a week later, I get a call from him, and he goes, hey, remember I met you at that party? And I was like, yeah, what's up? He goes, hey, can I have your sister's number? And I go, why? He goes, well, I'm making up a new batch, and I want to run the recipe by her. And I go, what the hell, this is not Breaking Bad. I said she's a math teacher. But part of me wanted him to give her a call, because she would have shit her pants. So my sister Susie, right there, she's number 7, right? So we always would just talk about how she was adopted, all of us, to this day. So I'm thinking, so like what, my parents had 6 and it was like, let's adopt another one, then we'll have 5 more. So my mom was visiting about 15 years ago, and we went to Build-A-Bear. When you go to Build-A-Bear, you get like a birth certificate that comes with each one. So I fill it out with all Susie's information. And I have my mom sign it. Well, I made her sign it. And so a couple weeks later, I sent it to her. She wasn't too happy. She sent me a letter. She's suing me for defamation of character. I was like, whatever, get in line. I pissed off a lot of people. So I am a baby boomer. Any other baby boomers here?
Well, I am.
Well, okay. Supposedly. Let me see your birth certificate. So growing up in the 60s and 70s were great. We were carefree. We just went out, had fun. We rode our bikes everywhere. We didn't have to worry about we didn't have a helmet or elbow pads or knee pads. It was just fun. We had to make our own fun. We didn't have the computers, the tablets, all that. You know, I think those mud pies that we made and ate really fortified our bones and made us strong. And definitely prepared us for dorm food.
Get that from Aaron.
You know, it is football season, so. So it's kind of funny though, because I think about when I grew up how much fun I had, and I think about now how kids are growing up and the stuff they miss out on, right? All that fun stuff. Prank phone calls, right? Who didn't spend their afternoon making prank phone calls, right? Is your refrigerator running? Go catch it. It's outward in a can. You know, all that. And, you know, and actually, we were actually like the precursors to telemarketers, right? I mean, it was kind of silly, lame fun, but who knows, you know, and then you got caller ID and that just ruined everything. And we all know Star 69 never worked. So. And then I think about Ding Dong Ditchin'. Remember that? I think about the excitement. You get up there, your friends are in the bushes giggling, you get up on that porch, you ring the bell, you jump down, you roll in the bushes, and you just laugh and laugh. You wait for that porch light to come on, the person comes off. Again, lame fun. But nowadays, forget it. You go up to any door and it's like, you are being recorded. Do not take my package. Do not ding dong ditch it, or you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Blah, blah, blah. And then the kids, the excitement they miss out of going to the photo mat to pick up pictures, right? The expectations you have, right? You get there, you open them up, and the stark reality is like, shit, blurry, unfocused. And then everybody started giving double prints. So that was like double the disappointment, double the shitty pictures. And it's funny because nobody has a bad picture anymore, right? You got filters. You have the Photoshop, editing, all that stuff. We had to live with the shitty pictures our parents took, right? Put them in photo albums. My parents must have like 30 photo albums. I was looking at one the other day, and I see underneath it, it's like, Washington Monument, Martha, Susie, Carol. I'm like, trying to look at it, so I'm like, of course that's not going to work. And I'm like, I don't really remember ever going to Washington, D.C. I'm thinking, maybe my mom picked up the wrong pictures. Just put them in the photo album to make it look like we went on vacation. But I'll tell you, the one advantage of when we were growing up, if there was an incriminating picture of you, all you had to do was rip it up, right? Get the negative, burn it, cut it up. And you didn't have to worry that in 25 years when you're running for public office, that picture of you playing strip poker, drinking Bad Dog 2020 with the basketball team was going to reappear, right? True story, but I never ran for public office. I did win class president, but I'm pretty sure that picture helped me win. So back when I grew up, people minded their own business, right? Neighbors did. We lived in a two-story house, so my brother and I used to play on the roof. We'd go up and down, slide over, and parents never knew. Our neighbors never told us, and they saw them. Because I saw them. I'm waving, hi, how you doing? They never say anything, right? So about a year ago, I'm sitting there watching football, I got my cheese head on, I got my snacks in the recliner, fucking doorbell rings. I look out, oh, that's a neighbor, might be a problem. I open the door, and this neighbor lady goes, do you know your cat's on the roof? I go, yeah, uh-huh. And they go, are they okay? I was like, they're cats, they climb. I was like, have a good day. Shut the door. It's like, oh my God. And now social media has taken butting into people's lives to a whole new level, right? So the kids were like 6, I have twins, and they were 6, and I put on the town page, I have 6-year-old twins, is there any skate parks in town? These are my responses I get. Wow, 6, isn't that dangerous? Are you sure you want to do that? I sure hope you're going to have them wear knee pads and a helmet. Oh, helmets are on sale at Dick's. Oh, the Dick's by Olive Garden? Oh, I love Olive Garden. Do you think there'll ever be an Olive Garden in Newport? Oh no, those snooty people don't want a chain restaurant. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? So I figured, you know what? I'll just put some ramps up in front of the house in the road. The kids can go play on there, and I'm not going to post any pictures. I don't want DCYF coming and taking my kids, right? So like I said, I'm from a big family, and there's certain concepts with a big family that are just foreign to us, right? Like new clothes. I got new clothes one time, I put them on, and I was like, why are they so stiff? Where's this tag hanging from? I was like, give me my old clothes, it's ridiculous. So, another one, Thanksgiving leftovers. People would talk about this, they'd talk about, I'll make a sandwich, I'm gonna make it with all fixings and all. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. We left the table and all there was like a carcass and a few peas running around. An allowance. Money? What are you talking about? Allowance? I mean, we were allowed 3 meals and a bed. No money changed hands, right? Real butter. I mean, you'd think from Wisconsin we'd have real butter, right? Nah, that was for the rich folk. I tried real butter, and I was like, what is this crap? Where's my Oleo? Dolls with 4 limbs, clothes, and 2 working eyes. We never know that that's what dolls were like until my sister Carol, who's number, 10, worked at JCPenney. All the dolls we had were like missing a limb, had this lazy eye, and it looked like Betsy Wetsy just had a stroke. Car rides with the whole family. We had to go places in ships, right? It's like, yeah. And what's really interesting, on 2 occasions, my sister Kathleen, when my mom and dad, my dad was, and this is true. You know, I know it's true. He takes a turn, and Kathleen falls out of the car. So obviously, seatbelts were foreign to us too. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, once, but twice? I'm like, I'm thinking she was pushed, right? And I'm pretty sure it was me. So anyways, that's my time. But listen, if anybody has any medical issues or whatever, you want to talk about my sister Margie, she'll be at the bar at the break. Feel free to chat her up, all right? Thanks a lot.